Hello guys, how you doing? Welcome to Cranbrook Station. Hey, right, what we're looking at today, we're going to be looking at, let's close the box then we'll open the box. As you can see, it's already out of the box. Here's the Parkside 4-volt cordless soldering iron with the iron battery technology. And the reason I'm doing this video is because it's just right for your modelling, for anything to do with your railway stuff, bits and pieces, heavier bits. What you get in here, what you get in the box, you get your normal charge lead, which is your charge point like for your phone, exactly the same as that. That comes in the box. A little bit of soldering iron, but you can use soldering iron of your choice, but we'll try a little bit of that to prove the point. Obviously I'd use my flux and bits, which I know. As you know guys, this is my normal tool of angriness and doing soldering. Yeah, another cheap eBay thing. Well, I've lost the thing, but it's still set the maximum, which is what you want anyway. And this has been really good, really trusty. So I thought I'd try the Parkside job just for convenience, because it's battery. I mean, you get that, you get the tool station, which little thing sits in there. I think you get there's a piece of sponge, which I don't think does a lot, if you want me to be honest, which you're not really likely to use. I don't know if I got it in here. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, a little. I think you can use it for cleaning. It sits in there. That's recessed down. I'll show you in a sec. And I'll keep the box facing. So you get like this long charge lead, which you can use on any of what I've already charged it with is my mobile phone charger, my fast charger, which seems no problem at all. So if you want to look at it, there we go. And it's the, as I say, it's got the serial number on the back. I think it's the PLKA4C3. There was an earlier version which wasn't as good. This is quite durable, you know. There's the station thing, fits just in there, fits like that on there, yeah. And then, you know, very rugged, super light. It's just like old. And if when you're soldering, as we'll demonstrate, because I'm going to do some different bits with we're going to solder a couple of bits to there, which is what you'd likely to do to some of your old bogies where you're doing modification bits. We've got a bit off of another one, another ring filled. We'll solder some bits onto there. And we've got a motor there that come out of one of my class 58, I think it was. This one got cooked next to brown, but we'll connect a piece of wire onto that lug if that's focused it. I can't tell from here, I'm just looking at a blank back of the camera. And then we've got another piece that's on a piece of metal, which would be like if you put it onto your railway, onto your track. And finally we've got a little spade tab there. We're going to attempt to put it on there. I'll use my Ed 209 type grab it stand, but yeah, further ado, yeah, what you've got here, it's, as I say, there we go guys, look, Parkside, you know, 4-volt, says up to about an hour of use, but I'd say depending how much you do use it, 45 minutes, half an hour. And then you got your tip there. It comes in one tip only. Yeah, and what you have to do is quite simple. Obviously charge it first, and what you get here is when you plug it in, this will illuminate red all the time, just stays red, and then flashing, that is, sorry. Get it right, won't I, eh? Even on a review, I get things wrong. And then when you want to make it heat up, you just hold the button in, this button here, you hold it in for about 4 seconds, it recommends. You see the light come on, there we go, and you've got a working LED at the front, which is a bit gimmicky, but it's cool. It'll work if you're in tight spaces and you can't see. And what you have to, they reckon you wait about 35 seconds, 30 seconds in that region until it goes green. And then once that light goes green, obviously don't touch this. You'd be silly to touch the end of that, because that does get really hot. I've done some trials with this to make sure it works before I look an idiot on camera saying it works and then it doesn't. I did have one, there we go guys, if you look you can see it's gone green already because it's already heated up. Phenomenal bit of kit. I'll move this out of the way. Well, you might be able to see a little bit more now, obviously from a distance unfortunately. So what we're going to do, we're going to tin up a piece of wire like that, you know, give it a bit of tinning. So what I always do anyway guys, you can probably, I don't know if you can see or not, I'm hoping you can. You stick it in there. I always clean my tip. I use this thing here for my other one, it's great for cleaning tip. Buy them anywhere in you know, these sort of things, buy them anywhere, Tesco's and that, just for cleaning, but it cleans these, not aggressively, just right. Let's see if we can pick up a bit of that. I don't know if you can see it there guys. Wait for it to get on it. Yeah, let's see if we can get, there we go, look, nice little bubble on the end of it. And what we do, because I've already dipped it in here, so what I always do that, you always use flux. I find it's a lot easier, and then this is just a normal look. We'll take some of that off of there. I don't want all that on there. Yeah, it's doing more than I thought, but that's all right. We can use that. I'm going to get that bit on the end of the soldering iron really. There we go. Now what we're going to do, we're just going to pop that onto there. So let's just, if you can see there guys, I'm hoping you can see. Take it off of there. And put it, push it down a little bit. Wait for it to get warm. I think we've already got it, look. Guys, already on there, look. Not very clean on that bit, but just to show you really. No effort at all on that. So that's that bit. Now what we're going to do now, we're going to put this little piece of wire onto this motor. So we'll do the same again. Let's see if I've got enough muck on there. We'll get another little diddy block. Just on near the end, like that, so we can do our connection like that, yeah. So then all I'll do, I say you saw the thing. I'm right-handed, but I'll use my left hand so for the benefit of the camera, so that you can see. Right, let's see if we've got it. Let's put that, as I say, this is where it's handy, guys. This thing just drops into there. And if you look there, guys, it's on. It's on already. It's really good how this thing works, you know. And even if you want to just join wires up, like, you know, very simple. Because what we'll do is we'll do like, you know, like if you're connecting doing lights, we'll put a little bit on the back of this. We'll see how we get on. We'll use my little Ed 209. And the benefit of people that go, Ed 209, you have 10 seconds to comply. In Robocop, when it kills that bloke, you know, when the machine went mad. I don't know if you recall that, but just for the benefit of those that are a little bit of a younger generation, wouldn't know the Robocop thing. Right, let's put a little bit on the back there. And then what we're going to try and do with it, we're going to try, and what I didn't fail to tell you guys, when you want to turn it off, you literally press the button and that kills it, because it's on all the time. So obviously you're draining your battery. So if you want it then to stop for half an hour, just press that and then press it again like you did earlier for a few seconds. It goes red, heats up, flashes, and then when the red light goes out, then obviously goes green, you're ready to go. And if your battery gets flat, like the previous ones, what I took back, because it wouldn't work as in the functions what I've just been talking about. This will flash red, go on and off, flickering on and off, means it's low battery. But anyhow, further ado, let's get a little bit of, we're going to try a bit of their solder now. And actually I found their solder's quite good. Whether it's flexible solder, I don't know. But it goes straight on this stuff. And then we'll try and tin up the Here, look at that, guys. Look, straight on. I don't know if you can see that. Straight on. No issues. Just straight on there. Now what I'll do is I'll tin up this and all. So I'll try it with their solder without tinning it and see if it works. Yeah, I think their solder is got the flux already in it. So what you would now do, obviously swapping hands again. If you was wiring up, you'd run the wire just along the back. So let's see what we can do. Right, let's have a look, see what we've got. Well, at the minute it's still on, guys, remember, so I'm using up my power, but it's still on. Right, let's take it off of head 209. Like that. You can see that, guys, look at that, look. Not very neat, because I'm only doing this as a demonstration, but look, I can tug it. So that's like if you wanted your power, you know, you're tapping off of one of these sides of your live or your negative. You know, for lighting, doing lights like what I do is brilliant. So that's that. But further, last but not least, we're going to put say you want a connection on. So you've already done your tab off of there that goes off to your pickup bogey. So you want to come off your live, say off here, which will be the right hand side if you're going to do that. So let's just say we're going to use this wire. It's already got a bit on it, look, like, guys, yeah. So then we'll get our soldering on. Bear in mind, I am doing this with my left hand. We'll let it cool. And now, because I'm done, and all you do is you press this again, look. Press the button, it clicks. The light goes out. I will demonstrate how you turn it back on again. And you sit it in your power station. Right, let's just show you guys. There we go, look. Give it a tug. It's well on. So this will be like your live wire, which will then go to your other light. See, you're sort of red on, because it doesn't matter on your lights, either which way. And then you'll see that it works. Obviously, if you're going to do lights, put resistors in, so that otherwise you will blow them. Too much voltage, as you might have seen on my previous videos. But just an example. So that was how you would solder that to your motor bogey. And obviously what I'm going to do, I think for demonstration purposes, as if this was your track, because it's metal, quite thick, so it makes it a bit harder. We'll clamp that to head 209, like that. Right, and then what we'll do again, just to demonstrate, we'll turn it on. Right, okay, hold on, you have to hold it on. I think it's like a power switch. There we go. And you get your red light. And then what, like I say, you have got your, like I spoke earlier, there's your work light. It's quite cool. It's not bad, and it's very snug. Like I say, when you're holding it, it's like a pencil. Where with a big soldering iron, it's a little bit harder to sort of control. Whereas with this, I find it so smooth and easy. So we're just waiting a few seconds for it to sort of go green. Which, there we go, guys. Look, gone green already. That's how quick this thing. It's plastic. Don't get me wrong, it's plastic, but it's very rugged, which I think makes it easier. And like I say, if you're using it like a pen, which is what I'm going to do here, so we'll take this off. As you can see, it's on there. It does take, look at that, straight off. Okay, so what I'm going to do, just demonstrate, I've got a piece of wire here. Just a normal piece of wire, piece of copper. And what we do, we'll nick a bit there, look, nick a bit. I'm going to do the tin it. Run the soldering iron over it all. Make sure it's all on there. Get the old heat through it. Yeah, look at that. Not bad. Let's do the bit this side. Make sure we've got enough material on there for it to stick. That'll be alright. Right. We'll just nick a bit more there. Right, what my plans are now is to stick it to the railway line. So imagine this is the railway line. So you just literally, I did tin it earlier. We'll try and do it with a bit of their stuff, bit of their There we go, look, see your little blib, you can just might better make that out. So then all I do, again, wait. Well, let's see if that's gold. It probably won't, but I'm just trying to demonstrate. Yeah, that's got it now, guys. Yeah. There we go. So there you go, guys. It will stick. Obviously a little bit more cleaning efforts and bits like I had to do there just to get it through. So yeah, put head 2 and 9 out of the way. Right. And if you're doing like, think what we'll say you want to put one of these on the end, you know, you've got your, like I say, always put these on resistors on your lighting, because it will cause you grief if you don't. Right, let's just bend that wire back so it's easier. We'll nick a bit of this solder. Yeah. We'll try it on here again, see if it will tin. You know what? I still think you can't beat a bit of jollop. You do need. I still think even with this stuff, you still need your flux to clean your metal. Right, okie dokie. Right, we've already got an end on it, right, guys. So you can see the little resistor. So we'll just heat the metal up, the material. Hold it, let it cure, and I'll show you. Right, I'm going to turn it off now because we are done. So the light goes out, green light goes off, your soldering iron is cooling down. So there you go, guys. That, yeah, another little, you know, fine, brilliant. So yeah, there you go, guys. The Parkside 4-volt cordless soldering iron. Yeah, funny little box. This doesn't come with any carrying plastic box like most Parkside stuff, only what you see, what you've got here. It's pretty much what you see in front, guys, is what comes in the box, and obviously a charge lead. So yeah, so there's my review on the Parkside 4-volt cordless soldering iron. Perfectly ideal for your model railway stuff, as I tried to achieve for you, show you. Hope you liked the video. Makes a change to do a sort of a review on something else. It's just because I think it's relevant for what we do, which is why I thought I'd show it to you guys. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Do leave a like and subscribe, because I'm just going to walk away so I can turn you off because you're on my phone, and I'll catch you all again soon. Take care. See you later. Bye.